Hey everyone, this is Jim, producer of the Around the House Show podcast. If you're listening right now, you already know we bring you the best tips, tricks, and expert advice to fix, upgrade, and maintain everything in your home without the headaches or the huge bills. But if you're catching us on the radio or borrowing a friend's phone, you're missing out on new episodes dropping straight to your device every week. So do yourself a favor, hit pause for just a second, grab your phone, and subscribe to Around the House Show on your favorite podcast player. Whether it's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube Music, or wherever you listen. It's completely free, and you'll never miss an episode again. Thanks for supporting the show. Now let's get back to making your house work for you. Ready to turn your house into the home you've always dreamed of without the headaches or huge bills? You're tuned to Around the House, the nation's #1 home improvement radio show and podcast, with expert advice that's helped millions tackle everything from remodels to repairs. Hosts Eric G and John Dudley have got you covered with the best advice and information about your home. Now, let's get this hour started.
Welcome to the Around the House Show, your trusted source for everything about your home. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Eric G. John Dudley. Great to have you on again, my brother.
What's happening, brother? Another day.
Always good to see you. And we're getting into like you're in my wheelhouse right here with this subject. I love it.
More yours.
We're talking kitchens. Mine, but you were the one throwing it together and taking my designs and trying to make it look good.
Right.
That's how it works.
And it worked well, and you saved me plenty of times. So that's why I say more your wheelhouse than mine. I'm like, Eric, I'm going to do this. You're like, yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not.
Man, I tell you what, as a certified kitchen designer for 35 years, you learn some lessons along the way.
For sure.
And some of the mistakes I made over the years, and that's how you learned. I mean, it's so crazy when you look at how the industry has changed. When I started, everything was hand drawings. This was before CAD was just coming out,
right.
But it was really rudimentary. And I learned in a home center type thing at Eagle Hardware and then went from there. And technology has changed. I remember, though, back in the 90s, some of the stuff we have today was coming out. GE had an induction cooktop back then.
Yeah.
That they were trying to push. They were just 20 years ahead of themselves on it.
Right.
It was interesting to see how that's gone. But I wanted to talk about today just our 10 pitfalls that people make out there. And the first one is so common, but it's copying the old design from 30 plus years ago.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Think about it. Think about 30 years ago. People had the microwave cart.
Yeah.
And you had the cupboard full of like margarine containers that were the Tupperware containers of the day. Right?
Yeah. Yep.
You had the toaster oven, the mixer, and that was about it.
Yeah.
Now they have retailers out there that just sell the junk that goes in your kitchen cabinets.
Yeah.
And they have a store of it.
Yep.
You got the Sur La Tables, all the different companies out there, Williams-Sonoma that's selling all the crazy stuff. And you got to store it someplace.
Yeah.
And those old designs really were usually done by the builder to save money.
Yeah, there were boxes they didn't take into consideration any of the stuff that we have now. Like it's a whole different storage factor that you have to consider.
Back then, the traditional kitchen had one bank of 18-inch drawers, 3 or 4 drawers, top drawers around the rest of the kitchen, and you were good.
I just remember the Tupperware drawer since you brought up the margarine container, and it was always the big, deep drawer on the bottom that you had to dig through to try to find the one top that fit the one green something container that you were trying to put mashed potatoes in. You're like, oh, my Lord.
Oh.
Yeah. And
then by the time you found it, you realized the bottom had a split in it, and you had to throw it away.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
And here's the thing that I think that people miss when it comes to design. When you're looking at a price of a cabinet, let's say we're looking at that 18-inch 4-drawer kitchen cabinet, right? When you're looking at that is twice the price of a traditional base cabinet that had a drawer and a door. And so many times builders in the day or even the remodeler before that copied the old design based it upon drawers are expensive. You know, we don't want to put a lot of them in there because that just makes it more expensive. And these days, drawers are just more efficient. And I would rather have a drawer than 2 doors and a pull-out even, because that's open one door, pull out the pull-out. I'd much rather just grab the drawer and pull it out and have all those extra moves and things just out of the way.
Yeah. It's just a cleaner setup too. For the items we're talking about, there's so many different collections, right? You bring up Williams-Sonoma. Right. It's okay. Look, that stuff goes in this drawer instead of a mix of things across 2 cabinets, right? Or 2 doors. Yeah.
You got your matching custom color Le Creuset 32-piece set that weighs 400 pounds in there.
And a kitchen's a personal thing, right? So we say this stuff, but I'm not allowed in the kitchen. Let me just say that. So I get that. I had you as a designer telling me, no, you can't do that. No, that's a bad idea. And as far as me functioning in a kitchen, doesn't happen. So I'm probably not a good judge of, boy, I'd sure love XYZ.
Yeah.
I could tell you how to install them and what I like to build and what I like to work on and what I think looks pretty. But as far as functionality and use, I'm out of the loop.
What's funny too, man, is that there's some accessories out there that people now it used to be magazines. Now it's Pinterest and they save their Pinterest stuff or whatever. And some of those accessories have not stood the test of time. Like the tilt out drawer front always runs into the sink. It never works. And so there was a lot of that stuff that you'd sell 20 of them and then people would come back and say, hey, Johnny, can you take that pull out, that tip down sink tray? It doesn't work.
Yeah. What?
And makes no sense.
And they broke a lot.
That too. So that's the first one on our top list of 10 here. The next one is one that if you're on a budget, you can do it. But really, if you're going to go out and do it right, buying different brands of appliances that don't match is a big mistake, because it's not just the white appliances that we had in the 70s that was just, it didn't matter if they didn't match. Nowadays, the handles match, the stainless steel has to match, all the different things. And if you buy the Samsung range and the LG fridge, they don't look right. It looks haphazard.
It's a different stainless.
Right?
Yep.
And then some companies have their no-touch stainless, which is a gray, not a stainless. It's a painted finish or whatever. Is it even really stainless?
I don't know. That's what they call it, so I'll go with it.
That's what they call it.
The point being is there's so many shades to each of those. And if you don't stick to the same one, you're going to end up with I thought that it looked gray in the store. Yeah, no. It's different. Nope.
And now with smart home appliances, it's even more, because the refrigerator and the dishwasher and the range and the microwave are talking together within their system.
That's just so crazy. That frightens me, but yes, it's true.
The things that make a difference, though, when you're talking smart appliances, though, it's nice to go, hey, we're having people over tonight. I better jump on my phone and turn on the extra ice to make extra ice to make sure that's going. Yeah. And all of those different things that you can do. Smart appliances, I love it when the laundry's done and it sends me a thing on my phone. I don't have to keep going in going, is the dryer done? Is the dryer done? Is the dryer done? It saves time. So I think those things are cool. You're seeing now that for people that can't cook like you, Johnny, for instance, you can go in and look at the directions and go, okay, and literally punch in on the touch screen on the range. Okay, I'm cooking this, and it'll say, oh, the best way to cook that in this oven is this. It'll set the temperature and tell you the time, and then you can throw the box of Stouffer's in there and have yourself some lasagna.
I go to my phone, dude, and I say, deliver me a burrito.
There you go.
It's game over.
There you go. That works.
If I'm feeling frisky, I'll order Chinese.
Oh, can you get Chinese in Colombia?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. There's some good ones. It's hit and miss, right? But Thai is a little harder to find. There's a lot of Vietnamese, a lot of sushi. It's normal. We're normal down here, dude. It's pretty metropolitan.
Okay. I didn't know. I haven't been down there yet. Yeah. So it's one of those things that you go, okay. It's 20 years ago when you'd get Thai food in the Pacific Northwest. It was hit and miss back then too.
Yeah. Tie is probably the hardest to find down here, and that bums me out because I love it.
And then you go to Tacoma and go to Indochine and let it ruin you.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's so good.
Yep. Wow, man, I hadn't thought of that place in a while. Thanks for ruining it.
Right? That place is so good.
No.
So good. So that's another one. When we come back here, I'm going to talk about probably the most expensive mistake you can make. And if you want to find out more about us, or if you want to get some more tips like this, send us a message over to roundthehouseonline.com, and we're there to help. And make sure you follow us on social media. And you can find us all there at our website at aroundthehouseonline.com. We'll be right back after these important messages. Don't go anywhere. Hey guys, it's Eric G from Around the House, and I am thrilled to announce that our massive back catalog, nearly 1,900 episodes packed with home improvement tips, DIY hacks, and expert advice, is now available for free. Dive into years of inspiration to tackle on your next project. And just a heads up, some podcast players limit how far back you can go. So if you can't find it all, just head straight over to our website, aroundthehouseonline.com, and listen to every episode there. Don't miss out. Start binging today. And thanks for tuning in to Around the House.
Hey America, get ready to rock the locks. This September 25th through the 27th, the biggest rock festival in the Pacific Northwest explodes at Big River Golf Course in Umatilla, Oregon. 3 full days of non-stop live rock with over 25 bands on 2 stages, including headliners Godsmack, Lynyrd Skynyrd, and Simple Plan. Plus Daughtry, Theory of a Dead Man, Tesla, Seven Dust, Candlebox, Dorothy, Jackal, Cowboy Mouth, and many more. Camping, food trucks, beer gardens, riverfront vibes. It's all ages fun for the whole family. And here's something special. You can hang out with Eric G from Around the House all weekend long. Tickets and camping passes are on sale right now at rockthelocks.org. That's rockthelocks.org. Don't miss it. Pack your bags, grab your friends, and come from anywhere across the country to rock the locks. Tickets are selling fast. Eric G will see you there.
What's up? This is Sticks It In Ya.
And Satchel from Steel Panther. And you are listening to
Around the House with Eric G.
Yeah.
We love Eric G, and you should too.
Welcome back to the Around the House show, your trusted source for everything about your home. Thanks for joining us. Johnny and I are sitting here talking about those top 10 mistakes or pitfalls you can make when planning and designing and installing that new kitchen. And I think the most expensive one here is this one. Not hiring a kitchen designer to design out the kitchen. Maybe you go and grab your pad of paper, or you jump on and try to have AI do it for you. This can get expensive when things don't fit.
No bias coming from the certified kitchen designer.
No, but here's the thing. Even good designers make mistakes,
I thought you were going to go to the countertops on this one when you said most expensive.
No.
But go ahead.
Yeah, that's the next one here, brother. This is one that I think is a huge mistake that people make. Because what they'll do is they go, okay, I'm going to go in and, I'm just going to get a pad of paper, run down to my home improvement store, or run down to the knockdown import shop, and I'm going to get these cabinets off the shelf, put them together, or whatever. And then don't realize you have to put fillers up against walls because the wall's not square, or how come that corner cabinet doesn't fit?
Yeah.
And all of those things that you think about it, a kitchen designer, if they go to school, they go to college, for instance, and they take their 4-year design degree, when they get out in the real world, it takes them a couple years to be really proficient, to be really good at what they do. And you as a homeowner have little or no hope to do that the first time around. It's going to be expensive when you have to go, we're not going to give you your money back on those cabinets. You got to order 4 more to make this work.
Yeah.
A designer would have been less expensive.
Not to mention, you're going to leave out so much. Like you said, filler strips, scribe, right? The list goes on. Yeah. There's so many pieces to a good cabinet install that generally speaking, 90% of homeowners just aren't even aware of. That's how you got, like you said, the corner Lazy Susan to fit in there correctly. Well, that's because there's a filler strip 6 feet away from that makes that possible and makes it tie together with blah, 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 and line up with the uppers. And it's.
Here's one of the biggest mistakes. I'm a
contractor that hates admitting that, but you won my heart decades ago. I'm like, okay, there's a difference.
Well, and Johnny, here's what can happen too. It's the knowledge, right?
Yeah.
If you order plywood cabinetry boxes here, I'm going to pay a little more and get plywood. Plywood is not a consistent thickness. If you put a mic on it and get it, I have had custom cabinets made or even manufactured cabinets made out of plywood. And if that plywood is maybe a 16th thicker or thinner per panel,
yeah,
that adds up on a 10, 12, 14 foot run.
Yep.
I have had it where just the veneer thickness throws it off 3/4 of an inch down at the other side.
And it's hanging over the edge.
You better have that under.
It's past your wall by an inch by the time you get there.
Yep.
Why is there cabinetry in the hallway? That's not good.
Nope. Or it's going between the two walls. Where's that? What are we going to do with that extra inch that needs to be in there?
Yeah. Yep.
And so I've had it go both ways. I mean, I had one where I had the client was so mad. I don't want these big 3-inch fillers. They won't be there by the time we get done. And because it was an older house, by the time it was there, it was almost too close. We were almost shaving drywall to get it to fit in there.
Oof, yeah.
And we lost 2.25 inches out of that run because it was long, and that will bite you. And there's 1,000 things like that you got to be careful with.
Yeah. You just say shaving drywall. I'm like, I don't miss it that much.
No, it's tough. And then you got to get into all the building codes and stuff out there of somebody puts the range up against the wall and it's, well, you need to have at least 6 inches there between the side of the cooking surface and the wall to not catch the wall on fire. And all of those, I want a shelf to put my microwave on over the top of the stove. Well, no, you can't do that because that's a burning surface over the top of a cooking surface. So all these things that you can save money on, that you just miss those critical things. And that can get expensive.
And look, a kitchen remodel, period, is already expensive. Don't make it worse on yourself.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's like me saying, I'm going to build my own car. No, I'm not. In fact, I'm not even going to do the brakes on my car. Because they're brakes and they stop you and save your life. I'll just stick to what you're good at. I don't know.
I'll do my own brakes because I've done them enough that.
So have I. That's why I don't do them now.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. When you think about it with the kitchen like that, it's just, there's so many things that can go sideways, and it hurts your schedule as well. If you have to wait 6 more weeks for new cabinets.
Yeah, that's a big issue with kitchens. Well, with cabinetry, right? One glitch, one mistake, one manufacturer malfunction, whatever it is. Yeah, it's not run down and grab another piece. It's you're waiting 6 or 8 weeks, depending. And that's brutal.
And my favorite one, the drawer that opens into the side of the appliance and only opens an inch.
That's another one. I don't miss it.
I don't miss it either. And that's the thing. That's it. That's number 3 on this list. Now, the next one here, I'm gonna fire you up here. Refacing instead of a full remodel.
No, might as well burn it down.
Yeah, I am not a kitchen refacing person. Yeah.
I can't even rant. There's just not words.
Yes.
Man, you are not saving money. I don't know how to be gentle about this. You're not saving money and it's not going to look good. So don't do it. That's all I really can say.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And then the other fatal mistake people make, and you and I talked about this earlier, but taking that 30-year-old kitchen, pulling off the tile countertops and putting quartz back on it. Because guess what, guys? When you go, oh, that looks beautiful. Boy, I hate these cabinets. Now you're stuck refacing those cabinets because that quartz is probably going to have to be thrown away. When they install that and silicone those solid surfaces down, it's not coming back up because you've got holes cut for cooktops and sinks. Those break. They just do. You're going to be you're paying to throw that away. So you're literally going to be paying hundreds of dollars to put that in the dumpster to haul it to the landfill. And it's just garbage at that point. So My solution many times to people is when they go, oh, I'm thinking about putting the new countertops on and then down the road do the kitchen. It's please save your money.
Unless you just got money to burn, then go ahead.
No one has money to burn, my friend. No one has money to burn.
All people do. There's people out there. They're like, yeah.
Oh, there are.
Let's just swap the countertops. I'll worry about the rest of it in 3 years. Okay.
All right.
I mean, that's something I'd do, to be honest. To be fair and to be honest, I might go that road because I'm that.
Well, but
because I'm like,
that's your.
I don't care. Yep. I don't care. I'll deal with that in 3 years.
Yeah, but here's the thing. That's because you're doing the work, though, right? You're in there going, I'm going to rip it out and do it, and it won't be that big a deal.
It's a valid
when you're
point.
paying.
Consider it before you blow $6,000 on a granite countertop, and at least know that if you are going to redo the kitchen in 3 years, you're just throwing $6,000 away. And if you can accept that and sleep at night, head on, man. It's your kitchen.
It's your kitchen, your money. And, it's good for the granite supplier that'll be out there in 3 years doing it all over again for you. Yeah. That's the key. All right, let's run out to break. We've got another one here coming back that's going to be a good one. And you're going to laugh about this one because it's one of my biggest pet peeves. We'll talk about that just as soon as Around the House returns.
To find out more about Around the House, head to our website, aroundthehouseonline.com. We will be right back.
If I could dream. Is your website losing you money instead of making it? Slow load times, outdated design, or a clunky mobile experience could be driving those customers away. At sitehypedesigns.com, we turn bad websites into high-performing, customer-winning machines. Our expert designers create sleek, fast, and SEO-optimized sites that don't just look good. They convert visitors into paying customers. Don't let a weak website hold you back. Visit sitehypedesigns.com today for a free website audit and discover how we can take your business to the next level. Sitehypedesigns.com. Websites that work as hard as you do.
For our Around the House listeners, use promo code ERICG for a free website audit and a free half-hour consultation call.
Quick question. How long does it take you to put together a contractor estimate? If it's more than 5 minutes, you're probably losing jobs to whoever gets there first. We built Instabid after losing a $13,000 job because my quote was too slow. Now I generate a professional PDF estimate, real Home Depot pricing, real labor costs for your zip code in under 5 minutes. Painters, roofers, all the trades. Try it free at instabid.pro. Use code ATH50 for 50% off your first month. That's instabid.pro, code ATH50.
Welcome back to the Around the House Show, your trusted source for everything about your home. Hey, if you want to find out more about us, head over to our website. Beautiful one that Johnny Dudley here invented, created, beautified, and made smart. That's at aroundthehouseonline.com. We've been talking here about the top 10 mistakes you can make when designing and remodeling that kitchen, and we've been going down through the list here. This next one is one of my pet peeves. If you're listening to the show, bear with me because we're going to talk about this again, but it is messing up that vent hood replacement, or it's not even there. And this is one of my biggest pet peeves because that cooking surface really is, it's your most polluting thing you can do to the indoor air in your house is that cooktop. And you want to get that stuff out of there. And to be honest, it doesn't matter if it's a gas one or an induction one that's super green. You're still cooking stuff. There's still lots of gases, lots of moisture, lots of chemicals from cooking food that you want out of the house. So if you've got that one that we call the forehead duster, it's that Brown Newtone one that kicks it right out the front, right into your face that recirculates. That thing does you no good. Get rid of it.
It's pretty and it's not that expensive.
I know. And I wish we could ban those for sale in the United States because they're absolutely pointless.
Decoration.
It is a metal hood liner that might slow down a kitchen fire for a few minutes until you get the fire extinguisher. That's about all it's good for.
You could just hang a painting there instead.
Right? Oh, so bad. And you need a properly sized exhaust hood. You do. It needs to go all the way out, not into the attic space, but all the way out through the roof, through the sidewall, outside. And you need to size it for the cooking surface you have. If you have that big 48-inch range with 6 or 8 burners on it, you're going to need something probably 800, 1,000, 1,200 cubic feet per minute. And when you think about that, 1,200 cubic feet per minute, that is 1,200 basketballs of air per minute. So now if you've got a nice super tight house that's energy efficient, you need makeup air to bring back in. So you're not sucking in the carbon monoxide from whatever's venting outside. So there's some science to this. Make sure you're doing it right. Or if you've got that 70s house that just leaks like a sieve, not that big a deal.
Right.
You think about that.
Just pitch the hibachi out back and go.
Yeah. Not that big a deal. Houses that breathe, not that big a deal. Yeah. Houses that don't, it can be deadly. So you want to make sure on that.
Yeah. There's rules for a reason.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And here's the nice thing. When you have a properly sized hood and it's nasty outside, it's raining, or you just want to throw that steak on that cast iron pan, you're not going to smell it in the rest of the house for the next 2 weeks because you gas the house out, or cooking that salmon, and you don't want the fishy smell around.
That's the worst, dude. That and just throw the vent to the attic and call it good. So your bedroom upstairs smells like steak all the time. Dude, no.
So bad.
Yeah.
And not only do you get the grease in the attic that's all over everything up there because that filter doesn't do that good of work. Yeah. Now you got the mold and everything else up in the attic. And man, I tell you what, if you want to see an expensive price, go get mold abatement for your attic. Put that on your bingo card. That's expensive. That's super expensive. So take the time, do it right, get a good one. The good ones are quieter. I did one. I was just walking the other day through a neighborhood and I remember I remodeled that house. Yeah, I'm that guy. You're the same driving through Tacoma. Oh, I remember when I did that house. But we did one of the flush vent hoods that's flush with the ceiling up on a 8-foot high ceiling. And they had a remote control and it was wider than the cooktop up there, but the fan was built into the attic space. So they didn't have this hood hanging down and in their view and everything else, but kind of cool when you can do that. There's so many different hood options out there. There's a good one. One of the biggest, most expensive mistakes people make as well is when they do those wood hoods, the decorative wood.
Yeah.
And then if you're not a good designer or you're trying to design it yourself, that wood hood has to be wider than the cooking surface because otherwise you got a piece of wood over the top of a flame. Never good.
No, not the best idea.
So, for example, to give you guys a clean picture of this, if you've got that 48-inch range, many times you need a 54-inch hood to go over the top of that because the inside liner has to be at least as wide and deep as the hood. So there's some math involved there, and you don't want to have the kitchen done, go get your final inspection. And I've seen this happen, not on my jobs, but I've seen this happen because I got the phone call, how do we fix this later, when the designer quit and I had to go in and rescue it. And
I was just going to say, now we're back to kitchen designer because now you got to cut an upper cabinet in half to fit your range.
Well, you're ordering 2 new cabinets and a $6,000 wood range hood and liner that you need to do or more.
That's the stuff you miss.
Yep. That's the stuff that I don't miss at all. So, all right. Next one here on the list, using the wrong countertop materials. And now I'll say using tile as a countertop. I hate tile countertops.
Yeah.
I hate putting them in. I hate having to clean the grout. I hate tearing them out. They're the worst. It's just something that should be left in history as a bad idea.
I did it.
We've all done it.
Yeah,
I've done it.
Yep.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
I mean, even with a 16th of an inch gap, right? So you don't have a big grout line to clean. It's still just dirty and bad. It's just it's a bad idea. Solid surface all the way around. And I know where you're going next with the butcher block. So go ahead.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, so many people, hey, and again, I get people on budgets, right? They go out and say, oh, I'm going to tear out this laminate that's destroyed, or that old Corian that's destroyed in there that it's tired and it's old. They run down to IKEA or their home improvement center and buy some butcher block tops and get out the circular saw and the screw gun and put it in. But the problem is wood and water do not mix when it comes to butcher blocks. They will split, warp. And then I see people going to put I put 8 coats of Jim Varathane on it and it'll be fine. Well, guys, your food's going to touch that. So if you're going to put a coating on it, make sure it's a food safe coating. I don't want the Jim stuff in my sandwich that you just made on the countertop.
Yeah, salami with varnish.
Yeah, what's the dipping sauce? Spar varnish. Yeah, it'll be great.
Yeah, super.
It'll be great.
Here's a glass of turpentine. Yeah,
Spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down, as they used to say. Oh,
you're right. Way to go, Mary Poppins. Look at you. Wow. I was in chorus in 5th grade. I remember.
You remember. I think we all were by force. But really, that's the mistake people make. And then they go, oh, wow, it split. It warped. It did all these crazy things. And
it's wood.
It's wood. It's going to move. It's going to move when you get it wet, and it's going to get destroyed. So I've seen people do it. And here's the other thing, too, when you get into marbles and things like that. In Europe, people have used marble for millennia for surfaces. And they fully understand that someone that spills wine on it is going to totally stain, and it's just part of the patina. Our American culture here in the U.S. is not designed for that. People want it to look like the brand new car when it came off the lot. Perfect.
Yeah.
And when you put a soft living finish down, it usually doesn't go well. So for you folks out there that want it to look perfect, find a quartz or porcelain. I like porcelain a little bit better because it's more durable, and you'll be fine. Porcelain, by far, I think, is the most durable surface you can put down there in slab form. You know, it's more durable than granite. It's non-porous. You're not going to hurt it. It'll take a beating and keep on ticking. So
and don't put travertine on the floor.
Oh, man. I'm still scarred from the 2000s of travertine. You would get people with acidic water. And I saw this happen twice. They did the travertine tile, and in about 9 years, the water was hitting the shower wall, and it wore through the travertine. And they were seeing the mastic come through from where the water wore through it.
Yeah. I mean, it's beautiful stuff. I'd put a ton of it in, but don't put it on your kitchen floor, Brett Vicky.
Or anything polished as well. No polished tiles, because that gets slick.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not good. Not good. Well, we're running out of time on this one here. Let's wrap this up when we come back, Johnny, because I tell you what, we got a bunch to go through. We still got 4 more to do here on our list. So we'll do that just as soon as Around the House returns. Don't change that dial.
Hey, everyone. This is Jim, producer of the Around the House Show podcast. If you're listening right now, you already know we bring you the best tips, tricks, and expert advice to fix, upgrade, and maintain everything in your home without the headaches or the huge bills. But if you're catching us on the radio or borrowing a friend's phone, you're missing out on new episodes dropping straight to your device every week. So do yourself a favor, hit pause for just a second, grab your phone, and subscribe to Around the House Show on your favorite podcast player. Whether it's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube Music, or wherever you listen. It's completely free, and you'll never miss an episode again. Thanks for supporting the show. Now let's get back to making your house work for you.
Quick question. How long does it take you to put together a contractor estimate? If it's more than 5 minutes, you're probably losing jobs to whoever gets there first. We built Instabid after losing a $13,000 job because my quote was too slow. Now I generate a professional PDF estimate, real Home Depot pricing, real labor costs for your zip code in under 5 minutes. Painters, roofers, all the trades. Try it free at instabid.pro. Use code ATH50 for 50% off your first month. That's instabid.pro, code ATH50.
All right. Welcome back to the Around the House Show, your trusted source for everything about your home. Thanks for joining us today. If you want to find out more about us, make sure you follow us on social media. Find our 2 YouTube channels. Follow us there. We've got great content coming up out there as well, with a whole bunch of new stuff coming up. You can find that all at aroundthehouseonline.com. We're working through our list here, Johnny, of our top 10 mistakes you can make when designing and remodeling your kitchen. The next one is an amazing one because I watch this happen every day. I'm in a group called Ask the Cabinet Maker on Facebook, and Buddy Corbin Clay created. There's 40, 50,000 people in this group, right? 95% of the cabinetry problems that are in there are not from the brands you see at Home Depot. It's not from Lowe's. It's not from IKEA. It's from, air quotes, custom manufacturers out there, the custom cabinet manufacturer. So many people out there assume custom has any bearing on the word quality.
Yeah.
And it doesn't.
You have to consider what these guys are up against, right? Like, it's one thing. I don't know how to pitch all this. The point being is that you're talking about a 5-man team up against a craft made. Like, they got to cut costs somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And that means maybe their blades aren't as sharp. Maybe their saws aren't as straight. Maybe they are in a hurry because they got 4 orders. And I mean,
exactly.
Margins are tight. Help us thin.
The finisher just quit, and the new kid that was boxing cabinets is now the new finisher and has never sprayed in his life.
Right.
And now he's supposed to be staining some dark maple job that he's never done before. And it's where it goes. It's where it goes. And so many times you think about it, and people will rip on all those big box manufacturers like that, right? Well, they realize that time is money and callbacks cost them money. So they have the CNC machine that takes the unit of plywood that is pre-finished and is cutting pieces down to the 64th of an inch and kicking it out. Where you got the guy showing up on a Tuesday morning that watched the basketball game last night that probably had six beers too many and is trying to focus on his tape measure to make sure he cuts the box correctly on the table saw. Sometimes it doesn't go as planned.
I'll tell you what, I mean, and we say this, but we've dealt with some really good custom shops, you and I both.
100%.
So they are out there. So let's not bag on all of them, but be forewarned and do some research, right? Before you just go buying some snake oil peddler, or I'm a custom cabinet maker. For how long? And who are your clients? And give me some references. And right, custom cabinet shop, been around for 20 years. I'll buy that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
their weakest point is usually the finish.
The guy that quit some big shop and just started 2 years ago and is doing custom cabinets. Hold off on that one.
Yeah. Finish is where the problems always pop up, right? Because finishing is not easy. It's not. And
the space alone that you need to do it correctly puts half the guys out of the game,
absolutely.
Right?
Some of my warning signs that I see out there is when they tell the homeowner to go to the Home Depot or the Lowe's or the Menards or whatever, grab some stain and recreate the stain color and bring it into me and tell me what you got.
Oh, yeah.
If they're buying the finish off the shelf of their local store, that's the next one. If they're running down to Home Depot, Lowe's, even Sherwin-Williams off the shelf and they're buying it, that's a no-go for me.
Can't just
That's a no-go.
Wipe some Minwax on there and seal it with a clear, call it good.
Oh, dude, so horrible. And these are the things that I see out there. And it's just 3 times a week I can say there is somebody with this awful cabinet that I'm just like, oh, it's so horrible. I feel so bad for him. And 2 more warning signs before we jump over to the next one here that I see. When you order that cabinet and it goes into production, that cabinet package, you should have a sample that you've approved. You should have a stain color or a paint color you've approved. There should be drawings that you approve. So many times I see people do that. And here's the biggest one. If they're staining cabinets for you and they're going to stain them in the field, you hired the wrong cabinet shop. I can't tell you how many times I see, here's my white oak kitchen that's raw getting installed. You can see that they're drywallers and finishers. And so it's just soaking up all the moisture. And I guarantee you're going to have warped doors. They're going to say it was installed in an improper situation because of the humidity. That's a job site because you've got tile people in there. It's the highest humidity of the entire build. And you never want to put unfinished cabinets into a house, period.
No, and the unfortunate part is there are those outlet places where you can go and buy the raw, stick them in. You're like, oh, we saved $2,000. No, actually, you burned $8,000 because you're going to be replacing them in 3 years.
And then the other problem is that you're bolting all these cabinets together, right? And now the edges touching aren't finished. So that's just going to soak moisture in. If you have that the dishwasher is always steaming, when it's drying. So there's always humidity there. These are all those problems you really got to be careful of. And it's part of the process there. So if they're sending you unfinished cabinets, that's a hard no. If they can't, and get a good size sample, make sure that it's the exact color that you've got. Yeah. I see so many people that will place the order. And, oh yeah, we got the order placed. Really? What wood species? Oh, we haven't figured that out yet. What do you mean you haven't figured that out yet? Yeah. So get it all written out, have it under contract, have samples, and then you can compare that because you need to be able to say, hey, this is what it's supposed to look like. And what shows up needs to look the same. I can save you a ton of headaches with that. Now,
and if it doesn't, there's another 8 weeks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If not more, because they're going to take 3 or 4 weeks to debate the repair.
Right. Yeah.
That's the biggest one. Next one on here, hiring the lowest bidder for design and install. Oh, they're the low price. I tell you what, there are some great cabinet installers that do spec house kitchens that can be in, and they can put a kitchen and 2 bathrooms in a day.
Yep.
They're in and out.
Yep.
There's no moldings. There's no crown molding. It's very simple. And if you've got all of these details, stacked crowns, recessed this, you better have a craftsperson in there to put that together because those details matter. And if you get the wrong person, they just put up 1.25 inch scribe around everything. It looks horrible.
It looks horrible. And you're going to spend a bunch of money, whatever. Yeah. I'm just going to bite my tongue on this one. Never mind. I'm crossing my arms and going home.
Yeah. It just gets expensive. It gets expensive, guys. That's one of the biggest one. And then the next one here, I think it's important, is using inexpensive hardware, especially when it comes to cabinet handles. When you're drilling a hole in a drawer face, and it might be a metric size versus inches or whatever, get what you're going to get and put it on there. And yeah, they can be expensive, but it's the difference between the $2 pot metal one off your home improvement store that lasts a year, and now you're driving around trying to figure out, what can I fill those holes with to make it work? Yeah. Because they failed.
Yeah.
Spend the money and get the good stuff.
Yeah, it makes a difference. And the sizes aren't always exactly the same, or they're only the same for a year. And then you go back next year and you're like, I want to, no. Yeah.
It's an 1/8 inch off. That's a lot of holes with an 1/8 inch off.
You know how many handles I've tried to bend into place and then rip the handle because I'm jamming the screw in there because I want. Yeah.
It happens. It happens. So get the good stuff because that's the wearing part of the kitchen. That's the part that the oils, the grease, the rings are going to bounce off of, that kind of stuff. So plan ahead, get the good stuff. It will last you a lifetime if you get that stuff. And then the last one here on the list here, brother, before we go, is assuming open concept kitchens fit all lifestyles. Knocking down the walls and moving the load-bearing walls and all that stuff just so people can see you in there. And if you're entertaining, maybe you want to be able to shut that door and leave the dirty kitchen so you can be out entertaining versus spending half the time cleaning up that kitchen for your dinner party. Yeah. Sometimes having that kitchen around the corner is not a bad thing.
Yeah, that's a valid point, actually. I mean, I love the kitchen being open, and it's true. Everybody hoards in the kitchen, right? Or at an island or a bar or whatever. And it's fun, but you're right. You know, when you're done eating, there's this big mess there. And there's always like 2 people in the kitchen cleaning that you should be visiting, but you got to clean the kitchen because it's horrifying. That's actually a valid point. Yeah. If it's around the corner,
Doesn't
you're
work.
like,
You think about it.
yeah, we'll deal with that later. Let's go play cards.
Yeah, you think of like Frank Lloyd Wright. We got to go out and wrap this one up. But Frank Lloyd Wright, you go in his kitchens, you go, wow, not impressive on many of them. It's because they were a utility room. They were no different than the laundry room back in the day. And only into his later years did he start doing stuff that is what I would call decorative and part of the house.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. Johnny, thanks for being a part of this one today, man. I always appreciate it. It's always great to hear your take on it from the installer contractor point of view versus the designer point of view.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me, brother.
Always fun, brother. I'm Eric G. You've been listening to Around the House. Hey, it's Eric G. with Around the House. Are you looking to grow your business? Need a spokesperson for your company? Maybe an MC for an upcoming trade show? Or maybe you want to up your game and shoot some promotional videos? My team of experts would love to chat with you. Head to aroundthehouseonline.com and fill out the contact us form, and we'll set something up. Thanks for listening to Around the House.